What's up, guys? It's January 8th, 2025. Hard day. We had an expanding triangle and a contracting triangle, actually. It was a hard day. I made about 15 points, so not the worst. Daily 15-minute chart here. This EMA is that EMA. Let's talk about it. On the daily chart, we have 3 bear bars, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 3 bull bars. So that puts us into a tight trading range, and the price is coiling up. So this is a big leg. Then it was less, and less. So this is straight up breakout mode. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We had some news today that wasn't too much of a catalyst for anything, but if we follow the pattern, tomorrow might be a bull bar. I don't actually want to predict, but we are at range lows here. These 2 bull bars want to get a second piece. This bear bar wants to get a second piece. When 2 macro channels are against each other, both sides want to get a second piece. We're in a chain range behavior, so it's buy low, sell high, and scalp. It sounds kind of I don't, what's the right word? Like when I say buy low, sell high, and scalp, like, oh, it's simple. It's the most important part of that is scalping. You got to scalp out in trading range can snap against you, especially in a tight trade, especially in an expanding triangle. Look at today's price action. Every leg that looked like it was gonna get followed through reversed. Leg 1, pull back 2, second leg trap, testing the breakout point. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, double bottom. And there's some fractal legs here. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, no follow through at lows. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, wedge top. Here's that expanding triangle. We get a strong sell off. Leg 1, pull back leg 2. We go 1 tick past the prior high. This becomes a second leg trap. It reverses, and then we go into a tight trading range because what? Because we had a micro channel against a micro channel that creates a trading range. These rules work across all time frames, and they're not rules, they're guidelines, right? Because what we want to do is read context and then place trades with the context of the day. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna start. Never mind. Don't worry about it. So yesterday we had a gap up and a reverse, and we had a bear leg lower. I believe this could have been a second piece for this. So leg 1, pull back leg 2, trend line break, climactic price action. We reversed, and we made a new high. Reversed, and went sideways. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. And of course, there's tons of ways to count this. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, pull back leg 4, pull back leg 5, trend line break, pull back leg 6, failed breakout, closing the gap here. Bulls want a reversal. So we have a gap down. Bar. We have a small gap down, and follow through. Not good for the bulls, good for the bears. But now we have a deep pullback. This is a tail. Leg 1, pull back leg 2. We go sideways. In the open, we also have an expanding triangle. Leg 1. So here's a fractal leg 1, leg 2. Leg 1, pull back leg 2. Bear bar closing on its low should get follow through, but it reverses. Bar 5, outside bar. Sells off. And outside bars and trading ranges are dangerous because they are trading ranges. So we have a trading range within a trading range, right? This is the trading range, and outside bars are trading ranges. So it's buy low, sell high. And if you had bought bar 5, you would get back and grab to the top and make pretty profit. Bar 7 gets no, bar 6 is an inside bar, and inside bars usually get retested. In this case, it slammed through. The low of bar 5 was somewhat as support, but bears did try twice and failed. When the market tries twice in one direction and fails, it will usually go the other way. So here we can see those legs that tried twice at the tails of 11 and 12. So back to 6, 7. 7 gets no follow through. Inside bar, that gets retested here. Inside bar, bear vacuum, testing the range lows. So same forces, right? We have a bull inside bar testing the highs, bear inside bar testing lows. Obviously, one side's bulls, one side's bears, but it's the same type of energy. Trap traders and vacuums and trading ranges. And that's why we scalp in trading ranges, because it's vacuums. We have a double bottom. Bar 10, 11, 12, 13 creates a double bottom. Then we rally, testing the high of bar 8. It sells off. And bears that had a limit order here actually made 1R. So if you place a limit order below the last breakout point, 1R was made, 1.5R was even made if you held that long. Bulls that saw this leg, that bought 13, and they rallied, made 1R very quickly, can place another limit order here, and they get filled on 16 and make another 1R. So both sides are making 1R quite quickly. That's trading range behavior. You know, both sides are making 1R, 1.5R in less than 3-4 bars. That's very fast price action. That's why we got to scalp out. We got to stay ahead of the game. If we know it's trading range behavior, we got to scalp out. 16th, testing 13's breakout point, and we go for a rally. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Could count 4 legs. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, pull back, leg 4. I got trapped here and scaled in, which kind of sucks. I reversed the same position size and made it back. I want to talk about this because this right here led me to catching a knife fall right here because it's the same trade. It's the same setup, just flipped. So let me talk about it. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. For simplicity, there's a leg 4 here. So let's just, you know what? Fuck it. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, pull back, leg 4. Like this, in my head, I restarted the market cycle, but because we broke out of this trading range. But nonetheless, let's say this is a trading range that we break out of. Bearish, it's a bear flag, break out of trading range, leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. You count multiple ways, and this leg right here is a late leg with a nice gap. In trading ranges, gaps get closed. So, you know, I say that a lot. Trading ranges, gaps get closed. Here's the gap that gets closed. And then this gap here got closed right away. We have another gap right here. When we're talking about it gets closed. I bought 30. So I was scaling in. I bought this bar, I bought this bar, that bar, and then I scalped out and I saw 30 and I rebought. That's when I made a mistake and I started scaling in here, and I bought 34 trying to get out at break even around here. Nonetheless, as soon as it broke 34's low, I reversed my position. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about high ones and low ones in trading ranges. So leg 1, leg 2 is a with trend trade. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2. You can even say leg 1, pull back, leg 2, and you take that for a with trend and you make some money. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, shallow right here, 35. Leg 1, excuse me. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Or you could say this, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. The bars are growing. We're trading below trading range. Look at bar 30. Bar 30 is a high one in a trading range. This led to a good fade. In trading ranges, there's more sellers above high ones in the third leg because right 22, excuse me, bar 20 is also a high one, and you could scalp it, but you'd get trapped. Bar 30 here is a high one in a trading range, and that's a good fade. That actually was the start of a strong bear move down. You can make a significant amount of points if you caught that. So you fade 30, you make about 38 points, 39 points. That's a great trade. Nonetheless, let's say you miss it. You see 31, 32, 33, 34, 3 bars in a row, shallow pullback with a gap. You could be asking yourself, oh, you just said gaps get closed on trading ranges. And they do. And they did. It did. Right here. It got closed. But this, I think, deserves 3 legs. A second leg. We're in a bear regime. Breaking out. Bulls have less than 10, just barely 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They have 15 bars. Let's minus the crossover bars. They have 13 bars. And then they have bars below the EMA, and they have good bear bars closing on their low above the EMA. And we're in a bear regime. Both setups fail. I think this bar is strong enough to get a second leg down, and that's why I reversed my position. I made all the money I lost here. I just made it back right here. And then I got out. Now, why did I get out? Because if a high one is a good fade in a trading range, and how we just counted these legs, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Well, the same energy is for a low one in a trading range. Low in a trading range. Low in a trading range, that's a low one. There's gonna be more buyers. I scalped out because my system is 3 bars and then pullback, but I had a lot of conviction, so I bought the breakout of 38. I scalped out here. I waited for these 2 bars. I bought this and scalped out here. Caught it a day early because I'm really trying to focus this year on trading one system because it's profitable. It works. I've done the back testing. That's not to say that I'm not cognizant of fading these and expanding triangles, and I will be working on, in the background on a fading system because there's nothing too much to do with a fading system because the idea is the fading system is a reversal system. So let's say this is the setup. In this situation, instead of saying, oh, this is a wick trend leg, I would say this is a reversal leg. So I'm still looking at the same bars. I'm just making a different decision. In this setup, let's say I see this whole thing and say, oh, wow, this is a bear leg down, but I acknowledge we're in a training range, so I'm going to fade it. It might sound different to you, but reversals and breakouts are the same thing, right? So I'm not necessarily rebuilding myself. I'm just going to be more cognizant and be more. I just felt guilty for taking a trade outside of the plan, but I had to take a trade for outside. I had to take that trade because I've been saying it so many times to me and some friends, like, dude, this is the high one. This is the fade. This is the fade, and I never do it. And I saw this. And I said, screw it. If it breaks out, I'm gonna go for a couple scalps, and then I'll renegotiate at the end of the day. Was I wrong? Some people might argue with me I'm wrong for breaking the system, and sometimes you just gotta fuck around and find out. That's the truth of it is, because I'm not gonna trade in the middle of a trading range. That's why I scalped out and caught it early. And I learned a lot today because expanding triangles are my worst day ever in all of history. I always lose the most in expanding triangles, and I am profitable by 15 points. I actually made more points today than yesterday. Yesterday we had a trend, so that's kind of interesting. Did I make? I think I made 10 yesterday and then 15 today. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. So I will be adding this to my arsenal. I'm not gonna get. I gotta be very careful because it has to be the third leg. It has to be a training range. If not, I'm gonna buy the dip and get stopped out. Training range we scalp, so I thought the high of 39 was a good scalp. It was about 5 points. I want to say 4 and some change. 450. Yeah. And then I saw the good bull pressure. I saw the trap traders right here. Bar 38 is gonna trap bears. I saw these two bars, so I just scalped out. I could have bought the bad sell signal 44 for another leg higher, leg one, pull back two, but I was over it because I scaled in a little too heavy, and today I traded outside my system on these legs. In the future, if I take that trade, will I say I trade outside my system? Most likely not, because I'm going to do some homework this weekend and add it to my arsenal. And it still revolves around breakouts. It's just a different type of entry, right? So instead of these two bars, I'm fading these two bars. Instead, could sell here instead of holding for another leg lower because these two bars look like it should go lower, especially with 38. I'm going to acknowledge we're at the bottom of the trading range, and I'm going to fade it to the high right here. And that's how you trade around the edges and trading ranges. You stay safe. Here was a good fade too. Here was a good fade. Good fade. Mean reversion day. 41, 42, 43. Strong breakout. Good enough to get a second leg after bears are trapped here. 44 is a bad sell signal. It's also a pullback. It's the top of the bar. Leg one, pullback leg two, pullback leg three. 47 is a fractal leg since it breaks the trend line. Leg one, pullback leg two, pullback three. Climactic price action. No new high is met. Bar 48, 49, 50, 51. Testing the breakout point. It sells off. You can make about 10 points. 54, 55, 56. Leg one, pull back leg two, pull back leg three. I think this is very hard price action to trade, and it's best to just kind of, be happy with if you're profitable. We had two legs up and down, 48 points, so almost 100 points between these because you trade down and up. You scalp half 25, you scalp half 25. That's a 50-point day. So expanding triangles are difficult, but if we understand the context, remember I mentioned this expanding triangle at the open, fading high ones, bull setups fail, bear setups fail at lows, bull setups fail at highs. I think today could have been extremely profitable. If we caught half of each leg, we said 25, 25. Yesterday was a 110-point day, and let's say you missed the breakout. That adds the context for the day, and you swing, and you catch the exact low. You make 71 points there. You make 50 points there. That's money. If you swing through these pullbacks, you've got ice in your veins. Nonetheless, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Again, back to the vacuums. Bar 56 is a vacuum testing this high and immediately reverses. Bar 56, bar 56 tests a high, 57 reverses, 58 reverses for another 3 legs, leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Wedge top into resistance, sells off leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. We go into a tight trading range. So trying to get better at drawing these gaps as we talk about them because it makes more sense. Saves us a little bit of time. There's one more gap here. In trading range days, gaps get closed, and we can use that in itself as context. And then we use market cycle plus leg count plus gaps closing is enough context to place trades. And yeah, let's go over the measured moves. They're harder today. So here could be a measured move. You buy this. Maybe, that doesn't necessarily fall in line with 3 bars. So let's stick to the 3 bars because I really did like this trade here. And that's why I bought this here. 1-to-1's met. When I bought this, I was still going for my 1.5R target. In trading ranges, it's good to catch 1R. So, that's what I get for being greedy. And this is a lesson I'll learn. Here, put it to high. 1R is met with 36. And I actually got out here. So I was still being greedy with 1.5R. But something snapped in me. I was like, no, I'm getting out. I'm not going to get caught like I got here 2 times in a row. And I reversed my position. I could have held for a decent swing from here to like around there, 35 points. Could have been, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Regret is unprofessional. 3 bars in a row, pull back, and you'd have to scalp out or hold through a deep pullback. And that's about it. We have another 3 bars here late in the day. You buy here, and you'd have to just hit out for a small loss, small gain. Hope you guys did good. Expanding triangles are tough. If you guys are learning stuff, join the Discord. I'm gonna leave an invite in the comments. I'm trying to get a bunch of people in there so we can start talking stocks, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun going into 2026, not 2025. 2025 is for learning. 2026 is for driving Lamborghinis down the Autobahn in Germany. I hope you guys have a good one. If you learned something, share the show. Join the Discord below. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we're off, so I'll talk to you guys on Friday. I'll be working Friday, so the review's going to be a little bit later. Be safe for the weekend. No drinking and driving. It's not smart. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me when I say don't drink and drive. It is not smart. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. If you learned something, share the show. I'd really appreciate that. Bye.